Hi, hi everyone. Happy New Year. Even if in the human design system, we are not there yet exactly. You know that in the human design system, the new year, it's called the Rave New Year, and it actually begins later. And this year it will be the 22nd of January, when the sun is in the gate 41, which is the gate of decrease. But it's actually the only initiating genetic codon. So it's when things really begin for a new cycle of life. So yeah, if you feel a lot of resistance right now for making all the New Year's resolution, that's totally normal. It's not the time yet. Let's be patient. Thank you for being here today. I wanted to share some insight on your Ajna Center today because I had few example with client recently. So I thought it would be a good idea to share that with you too. So the Ajna Center, it's a center of awareness with the spleen center and the solar plexus center. And it's a little triangle below the head center in your chart. If you don't have your chart, feel free to contact me and I will send it to you for free and a detailed chart. So the function of the Ajna Center is really to conceptualize, categorize, analyze, investigate life, basically. It's like the mind. So it's very intellectual, and it doesn't have any access to any motor center. So how does it work? Um, the first biological correlation of the ajna is the pituitary gland. And this gland is the master in relation to the center, really. So the ajna plays a central role within all the other center, has it's like a central hub, basically. And the fact that the mind is deeply connected biochemically to the rest of you gives sometimes a false sense of power of the mind, which is very big in our society and also create a lot of chaos. So even if it's playing a huge role in recording what's going on, it doesn't have to be the boss. It doesn't have to be in charge because he's meant to be an observer and he's not driving the car. Yes, it's the main hub, but on the non-self strategy. So the fact that it's linked to all the center make him very, very important and have the feeling that it can be the boss, but your boss is your design, following your strategy, your authority, etc. So, as I said, it's an awareness center. It's the mind, it's not creating anything, it's really reactive. And it's what we are here to learn, isn't it? And the awareness, which is behind, come after a long chain of biochemical processes that take place before you are even conscious of it. So it's through the pituitary gland, the neocortex is going to give you an update of what's happening in your physical life. And it's not here to create anything. For example, your body let you know when you are thirsty. So when you decide to get up and get a drink of water, you haven't decided, like you were informed that you needed to drink. And so this pituitary gland gives you the illusion of being in control, but it works so quickly in passing information that you think you're making the decision, but it's just an illusion, actually. So you see from the driver's seat, doesn't make you the driver. And this is basically what the mind trying to do. You look within the driver eyes, but let your design, your authority, and your strategy guide you instead of your mind. So understanding your Ajna center will allow you this awareness to wake up. And it's what we're going to see today. So, let's start with how your ajna is working for you. Because the your ajna can be open or defined. So when it's defined, it's with color in your chart, like 51% of the population. Your ajna you have a fixed way of thinking. You have a fixed mind, can be very specific way to process information. Nothing wrong with it. It's just how it is. There is nothing wrong about it. And its role is to express in its specific way. For example, it can be linked to the throat, a very specific way to express your information. And, within a family or the partner, your children, it's really important to understand how they process those information, because they have a specific way to do it, and they can appear a bit stubborn, but it's just understanding how they function. That's it, without any judgment. So on the other side, they have a consistent access to it, so they can really rely on their process and how and trust the energy of the center. When you have an undefined center, like 49% of the population, you have no consistent way of thinking, so you might feel always uncertain of your thoughts and taking information like sponges. And the other side of the coin is that it could be sometimes harder to stick off one way of thinking, to make your mind. But you're not here to add up one belief, you are here to understand belief of other and just become wise and open about ideas. And, like Freud, Einstein, Young, Marie Curie, they all have this center open. So that's really awesome. A good way to see if you are conditioned, because when you have a center open, you take energy from other and amplify it. So a good way to check is to ask the question: are you trying to convince others that you are right? Because you are going to feel always under pressure by your environment, and it's almost 50-50. So great chance to have someone else next to you with a fixed ajna, and then you're gonna feel mentally certain because you are next to this person, that actually you're not. My dad has the ajna defined. I don't have it defined, and it's I even don't have any filter because I don't have no activation into it. So I always feel really certain when I'm next to him, and then when he's not in my aura, in my energy, I'm like, why am I thinking that? So yeah, it's just about awareness of what is happening and what is playing around you. And actually, it doesn't matter if you have a logical or individual channel around your ajna, depending of which activation you have. The illusion of control can be here. So it's where you need to pay attention. Another example that I would like to share with you, it's about the organs linked to the ajna. Because the ajna is really related to senses rooted in the eyes. So the mind is very visual. And biologically, the pituitary and the pineal glands work with light. Cannot exist in the darkness. And so it can be linked to different organs. It can be linked to the eyes, the nose, the brain, the nervous system too. And I had a client recently with sclerosis, and it's a human disease who can affect cognitive senses. And her disease actually manifests in her eyes first. And yeah, it was making a lot of sense. Your body sending you the message that you need to understand. And yeah, so what is the meaning behind the ajna? What's the truth behind the ajna? So when you have a balance ajna, it's also yeah, when you have a balance ajna, it's really open up your mind to information beyond material world, to see the big picture, the ability of what is possible, the ability to see within yourself and others. And it's also, of course, combined with the greater universal understanding. So it's allowed us to really see the truth and the meaning behind things. It allowed you to look inside, to examine your own thought, your limiting belief system. And at the opposite, when it's unbalanced, you're going to feel unclear, disconnected to yourself, to other people's life. It can create a lot of anxiety. We'll go back to that later. So I don't know if you have followed me before, but I talk about it quite a lot. But each time I've been stuck in my limiting beliefs or that I couldn't see the bigger picture, my nose was blocked all the time. So it was my body sign, my body language to tell me there is something who is stopping you, blocking you that you don't see. So have a step back, what's happening right now in your life. And it's always awareness who is releasing symptoms. The truth behind the ajna is all about your ability and your rational thought, regardless of the situation complexity, and balancing with a creative mind and analytic mind. So it's really seeking for the truth, and really becoming conscious of detachment from other thoughts, belief system. It's really here to activate a lesson and to lead us to wisdom, of course. And this is it. So how to support your ajna? Practicing detachment from other in a way that not being attached to what other things and be and are, etc., etc. Stopping all the judgment and identifying your limiting belief system and your truth. In a session, depending of your desire, I can support you also with a lot of different color or herbs or essential oil, it's or gemstone. It's absolutely depend of your design and your preference. We always explore that in a session. So, as I was saying, there is a lot of fears in this center. It's an awareness center, but there is a lot of anxiety behind. And it's there to allow you to look within those fears. I would like to give you a little insight about it. So you have the gate 17, which is the gate of opinion. So it's the anxiety over being challenged, trying to convince that you are or not aligned. It's actually linked to the right eyes. The gate 47, the gate of oppression, realization, it's really looking to understand life by relating to your own experience. And then it's a fear of futility, futility to not make sense out of things and to not lead to action. The gate 24 is a gate of rationalization, and it's like going over and over thinking to rationalize your thinking. And behind that, this is a fear of ignorance. The gate 43, it's a fear of rejection. It's also the gate of deafness. It's designed to block out knowing block out others until you can see something on your own. The gate 11, fear of darkness, left eyes. It's trying to put light into things. So, it's linked to the eyes. So it's trying to put light and avoid darkness, blindness. It's a visual gate. And, this fear can basically make you not see what you need to do, see, actually. And the gate 4, the fears of chaos, anxiety, will disappear when you express it, when you find the formula, that a better formula that can really create a lot of anxiety to be stuck without being able to break through something. So yeah, which fear are you carrying? Are you letting your mind put pressure and create anxiety? Are you managing it? Yeah, feel free to share that with me. And feel free to ask me for your chart, and I can send it your detailed chart with few insight on your anxiety and fear and how to manage it. And I'm also free for doing any session with you that if that resonates with you. So that's it for the Ajna Center. I hope you enjoy it, and if you like it, feel free to share it, comment it, like it, and I will talk to you soon. Lots of love. Bye.